Updated on March 27, 4:56 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's progress being made, but it's not enough quite yet. For a second consecutive season, the Dallas Cowboys have franchise-tagged defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence, after no deal was reached prior to the early March deadline. If signed, the tender will pay Lawrence nearly $20.5 million, an uptick from the $17.1 million he earned by playing under the tender in 2018. The issue is this time around he has no intention of taking on the inherent risk that comes with another tag and, as such, is virtually guaranteed to hold out until his extension lands. Both sides have until July 15 to get it done, but things can and will get messy far ahead of that deadline if the negotiations continue to drag out as they have. Lawrence is reportedly seeking $22.5 million in AAS average annual salary going forward, but the Cowboys' latest offer comes in at $20 million, according to Calvin Watkins of The Athletic. For perspective, their first offer fell far short of $20 million and explains why the negotiations have drawn out as long as they have. Initially, the club offered Lawrence just $17 million per year, according to Clarence Hill Jr. of Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and that's actually less than what he made under his first franchise tag. No wonder Lawrence scoffed, considering they were prepared in 2018 to pay wide receiver Sammy Watkins an average of $16 million annually. Let that sink in for a moment. Speaking from the owners' meetings in Phoenix, Arizona, the Junior Jones reiterates his optimism regarding the talks, seeing as they aren't nearly as far apart as many had believed. "It's a negotiation," he said. "Those things can take time. At the same time, we're motivated to get something done and hopefully at some point we'll get some momentum going. Right now, the best way to describe it is we're at an impasse. We're apart, but certainly optimistic. No one thinks more of DeMarcus Lawrence than we do. He represents what we want on our football team in terms of the way he plays the game. He certainly plays it at a high level. We'll continue to chop wood, and as the axe swings with the goal of cutting deeper into log, Jones makes it clear their sense of urgency has never waned. We're motivated to do it right now," he said. "We were motivated to do it before we put the tag on him. At the same time, we have some conviction of the range he should be in terms of his compensation, and I'm sure they have some conviction of what they're asking for. I'm not being critical, but therein lies the root of the negotiations." Head coach Jason Garrett was a bit more forward on the matter, explaining the delay and difference in money, not on the Cowboys seeking to underpay Lawrence, but rather their approach being rooted in the macro as opposed to the micro. "The goal that I always have in these situations is, let's make it a win-win," Garrett said, via Clarence Hill Jr. of Fort Worth Star-Telegram. "We want you to make more money. I think that's a good thing. The Joneses want you to make more money, but having said that, we want to be part of a team that can compete for a championship. And in doing that, you have to have discipline under the salary cap. We have other guys we have to sign, too. Every dollar that is allocated to one player, by definition, is not available to another player. So you have to prioritize the guys you're going to spend a lot of money on, but hopefully, you can make those decisions in a way where it's a win-win, both for the team and the organization, but also the player. That's the process we're involved in right now. There's definitely still hope a deal will land soon, and Lawrence isn't wavering on his want of staying with the Cowboys. That's one reason he showed up for captain's workouts in mid-March, as opposed to taking the normal pre-holdout approach of abstaining from visiting the facility whatsoever. The veteran is a premier pass rusher who's logged 25 sacks in the last 2 seasons and was also tied for the most tackles for loss and or no gain in 2018, per Pro Football Focus, alongside Calais Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars. These are numbers that prove Lawrence to be one of the best in the league, and the Cowboys agree that he is, but they're a couple million per year shy of how he views his own value. As such, he's also holding off on getting shoulder surgery to repair a torn labrum in his shoulder that he played through in 2018, but that leverage has an expiration date or sorts. It's the other leverage that carries more weight, in that Randy Gregory is serving another indefinite suspension and David Irving is out of the door. Bringing in veterans Christian Covington and Kerry Hyder help fill those two voids, and landing Robert Quinn via trade with the Dolphins would add another impact pass rusher opposite Lawrence, but not with the goal of replacing him. This is the Cowboys' plan, and Lawrence is certainly on board, but only when the numbers become palatable to him. It's a $20 million per year offer from the club and a $22.5 million ask from the player, so how's about everyone agreeing on $21.5 million annually and shake hands, eh? Good talk.